Hi everyone, I'm Travis Guillory in the Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen with Chef Valerie from OUTU School of Community Medicine. How's it going today?
Fine, thank you.
Awesome. So I'm really interested in what we're making today. You said it's a take on an Italian food. So what are we doing?
So this would be a traditional Italian dish. It's eggplant roll-ups. And so traditionally these would have a ricotta filling. And so also people might be used to having them like lasagna roll-ups, where they use that pasta and
like a flat, thick noodle kind of.
Yeah, and then fill it and then roll it up and bake it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do, except that instead of traditional ricotta, we're gonna make our own ricotta. And this is gonna be a plant-based ricotta, and it's using navy beans. You could use whatever white beans you want. Be sure and rinse and drain those beans to remove about 50% of the sodium.
Okay.
And then the next thing that we have is some medium firm tofu. And I've already pressed this and drained it a little bit so that it's not just too liquidy, but you get this in the refrigerated section of the grocery store. And just break this up slightly into the food processor. And then with that goes some lemon juice, some black pepper, a little bit of kosher salt. We will just go ahead and put those right in there.
So for folks that aren't familiar with tofu, like myself, what is tofu?
It is a soybean product. So it's a pressed soybean product, and it's very high in plant-based protein, and it's also very affordable. So a pound of tofu is just right at like $1.60, $1.70.
Oh.
So much more affordable than chicken or beef, actually.
Right.
The next thing that we're gonna add is some nutritional yeast. And nutritional yeast is gonna give it kind of a cheesy flavor. So it is a, not a dairy product, but it is gonna give it that cheesy flavor that you might be used to in some Italian dishes.
Yeah.
So a couple of tablespoons of that. And we are gonna go ahead and put some tahini in there too, and that is a sesame seed paste. And again, that's gonna give it some flavor, and also it's gonna give it just a little bit better creamy consistency too, so.
Is it spicy? Whenever I think of tahini, I think of spicy for some reason. Is it?
It's not spicy at all. So it's just sesame seeds that have been ground. And so it's a lot like peanut butter, but it's not as sweet at tasting as peanut butter.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's more for the consistency of it.
Yes, it just gives it kind of a rich consistency, and flavor, and texture.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the lid is gonna go right onto the food processor, and we're just gonna give this some pulses until it is the consistency that we want.
Gotcha, you're not gonna sit there and like hold the button down for it to go, you know, super fast, so just kind of get it to where, it looks like ricotta.
It already does.
Look at that.
And so we strained these beans earlier, and if you need to add a little liquid, because this is medium firm, but maybe you chose extra firm at the grocery store, you could totally use that too. So it really does look very much like ricotta. And so this filling is gonna go right in the middle of one of the eggplant slices. So this eggplant has been sliced, sprayed with a little bit of pan spray, and just roasted in the oven until it started to brown a little bit. So these are gonna go right into a baking dish. This is an oven-proof bowl, so you can make individual recipe or individual serving if you wanted. But it could also go in a Pyrex, like a 9x13 dish.
Right, like in a baking dish that you would,
Yeah, so these are gonna go right in, just like that. And then you could make your own pasta sauce, but this is, to me, just much easier. It's one of those processed products that's totally worth buying.
Yeah, this is actually like super fascinating, because I love Italian food, and this is something that has no pasta, has no cheese. I mean, it's all plant-based.
It is, and so this would go right into the oven, cook for another 20 or 30 minutes until it's nice and bubbly, like you're probably used to a lasagna or something, and then it's ready to eat.
That is amazing. I'm literally probably gonna make that tonight. Once again, these recipes and all of our recipes here from the Shape Your Future Healthy Kitchen are all on our website, kjrh.com. So if you want to make cool stuff like this, head on over to our website for all of these great, delicious, and healthy recipes.